These are my pot dahlias, which I got started just a week ago. I did a video last week and these beauties appeared in that, and I explained that the reason why you have pot dahlia tubers is to propagate from them, because they are grown in such a way last season that they produce a very concentrated small mass of tuber, and for some reason that produces more shoots than a normal tuber would, certainly for the size. They're also convenient to ship out, so the reason why the industry has come to providing pot dahlia tubers for propagation purposes. So these tubers would have been grown in a pot something like this. The plant produces all its food and sugars and sends them down to the tuber for storage. But because they're in such a tight environment, the tubers aren't allowed to grow their full size, and therefore we get this convenient concentrated mass of tuber. To start them off, you simply put them into a medium. I'm using here peat-free compost, about 2/3 and about 1/3 vermiculite, which you're probably familiar with. This is vermiculite, which is a natural, and what vermiculite does is it just adds a bit of extra drainage there and aeration into the medium. So it's simply a matter of making a medium and then putting the pot tubers into it, leaving about half of the tuber mass exposed outside. This allows you to observe what's going on, and also as the shoots appear you can get in and cut the shoot off for propagation purposes. So having placed them into the medium, that is then put onto heat. So I've got mine on a heat mat here. This is the heat mat I use, which is just a standard rooted heat mat. There's the heating mat. And I've got a layer or two on top of it. There's the thermostat. So there's a sensor down underneath the mat in our case, and the temperature here, the lowest it could be set to is actually 20, which is slightly high for some reasons, but anyway, that's what we've got. So that's providing the heat for us. So I've got them in the medium, and I've got a heat mat ready for them. I've got some artificial lights over for when the shoots do appear, and I've applied a certain amount of water so that the medium, so that the compost is nice and damp. Having done that, I then won't water it again until the shoots start to appear. So what to expect? Well, these have been in for a week now, and they will be putting out roots, and in fact if we look very carefully we can see hopefully you can see there's some what look like white fluffy areas here. There's one, there's another there. So I've zoomed right in and we can actually see the root hairs. So these guys here, there's a tiny root. So this here, it's a tiny root that's just beginning to form. So these are the visible ones, and of course there's a lot more stuff going on down below. There's another one there. So just to show you that the roots are actually growing, it's only a week and these roots are actually growing. They're a bit wayward, they're going the wrong way, but there will be plenty of other roots underneath there. That's just to show that they are in fact beginning to grow after only a week. So what to expect? Well, in maybe 2 weeks, with a bit of luck and a fair wind, these pot tubers will begin to put shoots out. And as they do, I'll do another video to show what happens next, but it's just standard cuttings, so you take cuttings and grow those on. With some luck, there's actually 3 tubers here, and one of them was in 2 pieces, so I've ended up with 4 tubers. I will be hoping for something like maybe 20 or so, up to 30 cuttings, each of which will produce a full-grown plant. It's now the end of February here in the UK, so I've actually started these off a little later. I changed my mind and decided I would grow some pot tubers this year, in fact to make up for some shapes and colours that we don't have enough of. So these are small white ball dahlias. They're actually Rossendale Natasha, and we got them from Halls of Hedon here in Northumberland, or rather here in the UK, in Northumberland. Halls of Hedon, a great old traditional supplier. Pot tubers are expensive, so that I think you would do this. I do it now really, I suppose mostly because I enjoy doing it rather than that I need the dahlias. And I wasn't going to do it this year, and I thought, well, I'll just give it a go. We'll make up some small white ball dahlias that we've got a shortage of in growing. So hopefully if you take interest, I'll be doing some cuttings from these as time goes on, and we'll grow them on and see how they get on. I'll put these back now on heat. So I'll put these back on heat now. I'll say thank you very much indeed for watching. I'll say thank you very much indeed for watching, and I hope to see you again for the next video. Bye bye for now.